my dear Virgo. This is a love reading, a prediction for the month of May with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. And I'm reading in the order of the signs that show the channel most appreciation in the April love readings by liking, commenting, subscribing, becoming members, donating, and watching the ads. Thank you, Virgo, for all the love. And if you want to help out the channel without watching ads, you can become an extended member to the channel and get these readings ahead of time and ads free. And I'm also doing spiritual growth readings for all the members to the channel and personal readings for the full members. Subscribe and then check this out through the join button or follow the link in the description box to learn more. This will be a love reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising sign, and Venus, Vedic or tropical. The reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. So when I tell you that this is you, it might as well be the person or the situation you are dealing with. I usually read for the empath side of the story within this dynamic, but also remember that the other person holds up a mirror of your shadow. So use your own intuition and recognition to determine who is who in this reading for you. I can also recommend that you watch the previous love reading for April because that is the energy right now, and this will be the prediction for May. I will start shuffling your cards, and I use the Golden Universal Tarot with Roberto De Angelis. Okay, so when I open your deck here, I see the Four of Swords in the reverse with the Six of Cups in the upright position. So it might be that someone would want to reconcile with you, or you want to reconcile with someone. We're tired of the silent treatment here. So I call the Divine with Love and Light. And here we have also the Knight of Cups with the Six of Cups in the reverse. So this person that wants to reconcile, I want to say they might not be the sharpest tool in the toolbox here. And it's because they don't have the experience of this with fixing or mending situations. Not really. They might look like that on a surface level, but on a deeper level, they feel inadequate. They feel like they have taken water over their heads here. So I call the four archangels in the four corners of the world. But they're giving up their guns with the Seven of Wands here in the reverse and wants to give you flowers instead of guns. So that's a good thing. And six elements. Strength in the reverse, Six of Cups in the reverse. They might not just have the courage to do it, okay? They might be too chicken to do it. They want to. That doesn't mean they have the guts to. Okay, so six elements, earth, wind, fire, water, spirits, and ether to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Virgo viewers. So I want my dear Virgo to have love in their life. Okay, Queen of Swords and Ace of Wands. You might be dealing with an air sign like Libra, for example, because Queen of Swords and Four of Swords is Libra. But it might just mean that there's a person that doesn't like conflict. So they don't want to stir up things unnecessarily. If they do, they will get scared. That's why the Ace of Wands is in reverse. They don't like challenges, okay? So I will just tune in for a few seconds here to you and the person most on your mind and your relationship in May. Okay. This is the new bottom of the deck, and we have a Six of Swords in reverse. Might indicate that people have been trying to solve this and maybe move on. Weren't really able to solve this logically and move on. And then the World card in the reverse. So there's some kind of lack of completion. There was a mission here, and one of you or both of you haven't been able to finish up the job. So the Divine still has, it's like still on. This is what's on your mind with the person most on your mind, the situation with said person. This is what's on their mind with you. Your feelings, the bond between you two, their feelings, your behaviors and attitudes, the outcome for May, and their behaviors and attitudes. So we start with the situation, and here we have the 7 of Wands in reversed. So I feel you have been dealing with quite a stubborn person. They are stubborn because they are scared. They don't want to lose control. Control is all they have, and therefore they have like all good ideas you have had, they have shut them down. All your love, they said no to it. They might have been a little bit covert or shy, or like keeping like a little bit maybe an introvert, holding people on arm's length distance. Okay, and this is what's on your mind about them. You don't even it's so messy inside of there. You don't want to even think about this. This person is a big mystery to you. You don't know what they want. Are they in? Are they out? Up, down, backwards, forwards. So I'm hearing a melody with that. So we'll see if that's the song for you. But in and out, you don't know. This person is like all over the place. It's very hard for you to read them. They are a big mystery to you. Like it's confusion. And therefore you can't trust the person, you can't rely on the person, you can't feel like you really have them. It's like having a cloud. It's very impossible and hard to hug a cloud or to trust a cloud or lean towards a cloud. So 7-7, spiritual challenges. It means that's why the game is still on. You haven't really figured this out just yet. This is what's on their mind about you. And we have the Fool here. So it kind of indicates that they are the person that wants to take this leap of faith and come with reconciliation and, you know, the cup and the white flower here. They have like good intentions, or it may be pink in this case. They have good intentions. The white dog also, but might not be particularly skilled, or here they're not lacking bravery, but it's because maybe they're a little bit foolish with being the Fool card, so they don't know the danger. And this is the bond between you two. We have a 9 of coins. So 9 of coins, I think this is the way the person keeps control. It's connected to the Hermit card. It means the person being very individualistic, able to take care of themselves. They don't need anyone else. They can go on for miles and miles like a camel in the desert. Don't need hugs, don't need social interactions. And this is a little bit, I think, what you have learned from this relationship, because this is actually Virgo energy, that you have learned to become more self-sufficient, more grown up in this fashion, more whole, because you can both give to people, be social with people, but also take care of yourself when necessary, like the camel in the desert. So I think this is something you have learned from this relationship, by this person being like this cloud, impossible to grasp or lean on. So you needed to learn to lean on yourself. It's not much of a bond between people. This it shows like an individual. So I'm thinking both of you are individuals, so you're not really like attached to each other or needing each other. You have more worked on, like they have worked on being individual, like separate individual in your relationship from the get-go. Maybe you try to get yourself a little bit more together, but now you're focused on this, because if we stretch out our hand and the other person doesn't take it, we take back our hand and we take care of ourselves. So that's what I'm seeing. So not much of a relationship at this point. You probably just think that that person was a big mystery. I don't know what that was. Were we really good friends, or were they really my family, or did we really have a romance, or was it all in my head? You don't know. So this is your feelings towards the person. And here we have the Knight of Cups that we saw also earlier. So it seems like you would want the reconciliation with this person. You are also stretching out your cup here. But you don't know what you will get from that, because you think you are fooling yourself with the illusion card here above your head. But maybe you are throwing caution to the wind because it's boring to be like this individual and not have the social interaction or needing anyone else or opening up to anyone else. It's kind of high and dry and not very... It's not a way to create memories for your life by being like, oh, I can do it on my own. I'm riding through the desert here. It's not super fun. So their feelings towards you, and we have the Six of Cups. So both of you seems to be on the same level with this, that both of you wants to reconcile, but you probably don't know why you would want to reconcile, because you think that they never loved you, or that they were never really truly interested in you or focusing on you with the Seven of Cups there. Why they are interested in this, it seems like they are very focused on this. You know, they come with flowers here, both in that card and this card. And before I felt also that card for them when I shuffled the cards. And so cups and flowers, it's cups and flowers. Emotions and presence, or emotions and kind of showing respect, or this is how beautiful you are for me, so this represents how beautiful I think you are. So not just surface, but like a whole person. This is your behaviors and attitudes. So here comes your logic mind in, and you think that any reconciliation can never happen, partly because the person didn't like really love me, partly because the whole relationship is an illusion. And what did I get from this situation anyway? Like, why would I want to even have a reconciliation? So I don't see you making any steps. You have the correct emotions to make steps, but I think this in combination with you learning to be more autonomous and maybe thinking that they are a fool is this is being the behavior that you display, that you don't even try, or you might even work towards divorce or a greater separation. Maybe logically you think that that's the most sane way to go to end the situation altogether eventually. And this is their behaviors and attitudes. Oh. Queen of Wands, they think you're a mean girl or a mean boy. Well, I'm feeling that this is, so their behaviors and attitudes is being fearful of your reaction if they would come forward. And I'm thinking righteously so, because you don't seem particularly welcoming with the Justice card, and you have your reasons and they have their reasons to be scared, because probably you would say no and they don't want to have the no. Maybe you need, though, that they would come, you know, continuously over and over and over again to make more clarity here, to convince you that it wasn't all an illusion. You probably need to be convinced, because they seem to have been able to convince you that it was all a dream, that it had no substance whatsoever. So if they are serious with wanting you, they would need to show that there were substance, that you were an important person for them, but they just seem scared. And when we are scared, we might lash out and be mean and say cruel things we don't really mean. So outcome is the Page of Swords. Both of you are kind of standing on your own side, and neither is speaking the truth here. Both have loving feelings towards each other. No one wants to admit it. You want to look like really not vulnerable, but actually look like you don't care, or you could be less bothered by the situation. Okay, so I will look into what they would tell you if they dare to tell you the truth. There was a lack of attraction, so they admit to this, that in the past there was a lack of attraction, and that's why you felt this Seven of Cups, like you didn't know what, did they love you, did they not love you, hate you, wanted to be with you, not be with you. I don't know exactly why there was a lack of attraction, but it was, so that was true. I have father issues. This person seems a little bit like a baby. We have the Fool, which is a child, and then the childhood card here, even though very nice and beautiful. It's like a person that hasn't really been able to step into their own authority. So therefore, they might have been forced to put boundaries like further out from them, because they have no real boundaries. Like they need to put some protection somewhere, but they can't really support themselves and have their own back. So they get very insecure. So it's better to like keep everyone an arm's length distance, so you don't have to like deal with conflict. I don't think this person is particularly good with dealing with conflict. They might like lack a lot of grown-up authority. So that's and if you can't let a person close because you need to put your boundaries out here, of course you won't know if you love this person or not, because you're keeping them on an arm's length distance. They're never coming to this situation where we are close and intimate, so we can decide, I want this person is I love this person, or I don't love this person. We never know, because we never let this person close enough. We're always meant to be together, so they have seen sign and felt certain feelings that made them like the overall picture back in their head, like the overall picture of your relationship and back in their head. They kind of feel like you were always meant to be together, but they weren't sure, because they aren't sure of themselves. They can't let you close enough to come in, and therefore they couldn't know what they felt for you. So you never knew what they felt for you either. They miss you more than they want to admit. And I think that's very true. I think they dream a lot about reconciliation or being with you again. Our love is deep as the ocean. Well, I don't know. I think it's like on a surface level, because if it was deep as the ocean, we would make more sacrifices for each other. So they might like fantasize about that, but I'm not seeing it. Okay, so I'll also look at what you would, what's your truth in this? A hit and run. So you felt like this person had that it was a relationship sort of hit and run. Very typical card for that. Like, we don't know the other person. They might charm us one day, next day we don't know, they can't seem to be reached on the phone. So you definitely feel like this relationship was a hit and run. Everything reminds you of them, and that might be why you, on still an emotional level, you still want them, because you feel like there's a connection still. It hasn't blown over, even though you're trying to take more logical decision. I was never good enough for you, because you felt this lack of attraction that they had. Like, you couldn't, like, whatever you did, it wasn't like enough. It wasn't enough for them to take the decision and say, okay, yes, you are my person, or you can relax, I have your back, I will be here. Because they were never sure. Therefore, you always felt like, it's something more that they want from me, some other proof, or they want me to be more good looking, or better in the kitchen or in the bed, or better friend or a better worker. If this can be a professional relationship, it can be a family relationship. But you never felt like you were good enough so that they could, give you all the love that you wanted. I played you, I want to marry you. I think the played you goes well with the hit and run and with the 7 of Cups, and also the lack of attraction, because you feel like they played you, but I don't think they really played you. They just have this connection inside themselves where they couldn't get close to their own emotion. You see, it's almost like a thunderstorm. It needs a thunderstorm for this person to know where their true feelings are. So they were acting like a player. I'm not sure that this is what it is. I think they were just, it's a person that's cut off from their own self, and therefore they don't get the correct feedback of what they feel and don't feel. But for you, like on a surface level, how it came through was probably that this person wasn't particularly serious, and that they took you for granted, and like it could never come to a point, the relationship, where you felt like this is it. You always felt like the other person was judging the connection in some way. And I think it was because they did, and it was because they didn't feel enough. But why they didn't feel enough was because of the reason I've told you, that they were disconnected. I want to marry you. That's probably more true than the divorce card that you are displaying here. But neither of you will tell the truth. I want to marry you. Our love is deep as the ocean. So it's very hard to have a relationship in imagination only. So we can have all the right feelings. If we never share it, nothing will be. So I'll see what the divine thinks of your chances together. We have reconciliation. So their plan is reconciliation. That's probably why you are on an emotional level, wants to reconcile, because emotions is how the divine is connecting with you. So therefore the divine hasn't had really good connection with this person either, because if they are disconnected from their emotion, they are disconnected from their guides, their angels, the divine, the universe. But the divine thinks reconciliation, and in the long run, deception. Like this person won't really change, because they still have this wound of being disconnected from themselves, and it won't like magically change. But it probably includes what it is that you need to work on, that you need to point out their deception, and they need to, work on their disconnection. And you need to love yourself more, and like be more sure of yourself, not question yourself all the time, or try to, please the other person. Be yourself, and either they love it or they don't. It's more possible that the person will feel the feelings for you if you can be authentic too, instead of trying to figure out what it is that they need so that they will love you and finally show you love. Just be yourself, live your own life. And if the person is in it or not, that's kind of telling you if they are into you or not. So this is what they would want to tell you from their soul. Freedom. There's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. So that was a little bit mysterious. Freedom. It might be that this person have wanted, since they are disconnected from their emotion, they probably don't want to have like any agreement between you two. I know when I was a kid, when I found a new friend, it was amazing. But the moment we said, we are the very best friends in the world, we started to argue. So it's something here that this person thinks that they can avoid conflict and trouble if they never give you their whole hand, but maybe just the pinky. So that's what I'm feeling with this, that even if they would reconcile with you, they wouldn't be able to promise you anything or, be there for you, because their biggest concern is to not lose their freedom. And their freedom means freedom to not feel real feelings, or, go deep into conflict or have any kind of challenges. So advice for you in this situation. I prosper wherever I turn. So either this person is here or not, you can prosper. I now see opportunities for abundance everywhere. I am blessed, am prospered. This means create your beautiful life, like with or without this person. So because they have some glitches in their personality, and they are not going to be able to satisfy you, not even close. But you're obviously drawn to this person, and from what I saw, you had some things you still need to work out. It's no harm in working it out together with this person. as long as you know that you need to have your back. They are not going to have it. And you can also choose to love this person on a distance, like have these feelings, but take the logic decision to distance yourself. It's your free will. You can work on this the next life. It's fine. Okay. There's no hurry. You can do it whenever it feels right. Whatever you do, whatever decisions you take, you learn something. And what we learn, that's why we're here. That's the valuable thing. The things we learn and the relationships we make, the love that's being expressed, that's what's important. So I would urge you to watch the reading, their True Thoughts and Feelings in the True Thoughts and Feelings playlist for your sign. That will probably reveal more about this story, as well as what do they want to happen between you two, reading in the playlist with the same name.
Jet planes in the night sky with you.
Today, if you can't get enough of my readings on YouTube, you can now become a member to my channel and get access to premium content videos. There are 3 different levels to choose from. You can become a supportive member and get personal and spiritual growth readings for the collective.
Getting high in the sunrise with you.
The second option is to become an extended member, where you get access to the collective readings from the previous level, and you will also be able to see all the channel's astrological tarot readings for all the signs ahead of time and ads free.
Getting through all the bad times with you. I wasn't missing a thing, now I do. And I wish that I could build a time machine.
The third option is to become a full member, where you get access to all the perks from the previous levels. And on top of that, you will get short personal readings from me every week. It is very similar to super chat readings, but here you subscribe instead of paying for super chats.
'Cause time moves on, and now you're gone. Oh, if only I could build a time machine, I'd come and get you.
There is a lot of other perks that's available for all levels, as membership loyalty badges, custom emojis, and other special features.
I'd come and get you. I can't forget you. I miss you, I miss you, I miss you all the time. I wish that, I wish that, I wish that.
If you subscribe to my channel, you will be able to see the join button, where you can learn more about the membership. You can also follow the link in the description box to check this out. And if you are still not convinced that this is a good option for you, you can become a member just to support my channel and help me keep on doing readings for all the astrological signs. I hope you will join and we will have so much fun together. Thank you for watching this far. I'm sending you all my love and all my gratitude.